Hello everyone, welcome to the Jim Journey channel. I'm Jim and this is my journey. And part of that journey is music. I love music of all types. How about you? And so this video is about the power of music. And I can appreciate all types of music. I listen to it all. And I came across this video. Take a listen to it. What'd you think of those kids playing? Warmed my heart when I saw it. And the name of their band is the Biscuit Eaters. Here's the rest of their song.
Show the devil.
I think it's great that the kids are learning to play an instrument at such a young age. And it's fascinating to me since I don't know how to play any instrument. How about you? Can you play an instrument? That's something that I could possibly learn how to do and pick up some instrument and learn how to play. But I got to thinking how music is so powerful and how it can stir up a memory. When you hear a song, it'll bring you back to a different time. And it's something that can bring people together when you go to a concert, a symphony, whatever the case may be, and you have all those people there setting aside all of their differences and listening to music. And growing up, volunteering in nursing homes with my mom, and then in healthcare, taking care of parents who were in nursing homes, I noticed that when I was there, music was an important part of therapy, music therapy. And I also recall how it is helping people with Alzheimer's and dementia, where you have people who have been unresponsive for months to years at length. And when they present them music, they come alive. They start to move. They start to react. Let me show you this clip is an example of that.
This guy came in and he was just completely gone to the world, right? And then when he got his headphones and when he came alive, you know, like we talk about it in the film, but there is a sort of a kinesthetic reaction that happens to you when you see somebody like come to life. It really just completely does something to you. And you know, that first day I cried literally 5 times, and I don't ever cry, ever. And you know, you see these people living just really such sad lives.
And certainly, Dan, this goes beyond people with dementia or Alzheimer's.
Yes, just the way we all love music, and when we get older, we're going to still love music. And so just because someone is in a nursing home and they're old and they can no longer operate equipment, and they very often lose access to their favorite music. So we really want to restore that access for everyone, regardless of whether they have dementia or not.
And talk about how it taps into something. They're not only just, rocking out to the beat. It's bringing back memories. They're sometimes talking, and they haven't talked in months.
Yes, so with advanced dementia, people no longer can recognize their own family members. They can stop speaking. But when they hear music that's familiar from their youth, because those memories are preserved, they come alive. They connect with that. It's a direct sort of a backdoor to that failing cognitive system, right to the emotional system, which is really very much intact. And what we love, what music does, the way we connect with music is really very much emotional and visceral.
Let's go to another clip from Alive Inside, a story of music and memory. This is recreation therapist Yvonne Russell.
I have one resident that barely opened her eyes. She didn't respond. As much as I tried, I knew her for 2 years. No matter what I tried, massage wouldn't work, nothing worked. So when we got introduced to the iPods and the family told me the things that she liked, it was amazing once we put the iPod on her. She started shaking her feet. She started moving her head. Her son was just amazed. Okay, can we stop? Because now I'm getting no aura. I'm seeing her all over again.
That was Yvonne Russell, the recreation therapist in the nursing home, describing her patient. I mean, Dan, for the people listening on radio who can't see, and just overall, talk about what happened to this woman who was laying in the bed.
This woman's laying and she's kind of in a fetal position and eyes closed, and she's really, end of life, and there's no sitting up. She's bedridden, and the music comes on, and she appears comatose at first, but she then starts shaking, writhing to the music. Her head's moving, her body's moving, even though her eyes are closed and she's lying down in this fetal position. It's just really moving to watch.
Isn't that something? How the person starts to move and react to the music. Here's another example.
Only it's not a pill, it's an iPod with a tailor-made playlist just for him.
Can I just pop these headphones on you? Yeah?
The residents are about to hear some of their favourite music, and for some, it'll be the first time they've heard it in years.
You ready?
The change is startling, instant. This facility is one of the first in Australia to take on a new program of personalised music called Music and Memory. And for John, it's clearly taking him back.
You know what they call that song?
Which song? This one just now?
It's a long way to Tickle Mary.
Tickle Mary.
Somehow it's like a side door into the brain, and it just means that they can come alive for that moment.
Yeah? When you were in the ships, in the Navy, did you sing that song?
Yeah.
Yeah?
And when those memories come flooding back, it's connecting them with identity again.
Next, it's Mary's turn, and her son Doug is visiting specially to see what happens.
Mum was a product of the Hunter Valley around Aberdeen.
But you got to say, you're not my husband and I'm not your wife.
That's right.
You might have been thinking that.
Yeah. What relation am I to you?
Well, I was just trying to work it out. You're not my father.
No. I'm your son.
Oh, he's my son. Isn't that awful?
No, that's life.
It's the first time they're trying the personal music with Mary, and Doug helped choose the playlist.
Don't you do that too? Oh, I love dancing. Everybody up.
The program is really new here, and the sheer emotional impact is taking everyone by surprise.
Your turn.
What did you think of that? The gentleman reminiscing about his days back in the Navy, and then Mary, who back in the day loved to dance. And I like how she, at the end of that song, she gave a salute. So, and that's all I wanted to share is music. Music of all types. And it's such a important part of our lives. And we talk about politics and history. Go right on down the list. But I think sometimes we miss talking about music. I think it's just as important part of our lives as other subjects. And so it's good. It's good therapy. Sometimes I wonder what I would do without music. And sometimes you can't help but move. I'm not much of a dancer, but music does move me. I guess I dance and sing in private, but not so much in public. But I'm sure Mary, as she said, everybody up, I would probably have gotten up and danced with her. So that's something to keep in mind. Perhaps you have somebody in your family that's has dementia, can't remember things, Alzheimer's, maybe they're not responsive. What was their favorite music? What did they like to listen to? And perhaps play it for them. And I have a story to share that comes to mind. Is I was when my father was in a nursing home, they recognized the veterans. They had the pictures of the veterans up on the wall and what branch of service they were in. And there was a gentleman, he had dementia, and he still got around. He shuffled when he walked. He walked very slow, and he would hold on to the handrails along the hallway. And his head would be down. He would sometimes be drooling. And his hands, one of his hands would shake. And I one day decided to take a chance and ask him about his time in the service. He was in the Navy, and he was a mechanic on a type of airplane. I can't remember now, but he was a airplane mechanic in the Navy. I can't remember if that was late 40s, maybe 50s time frame. And since I'm a veteran, I was an aviation mechanic as well. And I thought, I'll talk to him. And I said, hey, I saw your picture on the wall that you were in the Navy and worked on airplanes. I said, I was a mechanic too, but I worked on helicopters. And at that moment, his shaking stopped, his head came up, and he looked right at me, just as clear and as plain as day, as if he was back to his normal self. He said, yes, I was. But that was a long time ago. And then just like that, his head went back down, he went to shaking, and he kept on walking. So for a short moment there, a veteran connected with another veteran, and I'll never forget it. And so I just find that fascinating, that as people get older and develop these Alzheimer's dementias, how there's something that can bring them out of that, even if for a short period of time, or with music. So I wanted to share that, something to think about. Warms my heart to see the power of music and what it can do for people. Anyway, that is all. Take care. See you on the next one.